Hey G-Fans, GojiFan93 here, and welcome back to Day 6 of Godzilla thon 2014. We are now taking a look at God's Invasion of the Astro Monster. Godzilla's not in the title of this one. Alright, well, so I actually have to say a confession that I was obviously completely wrong when I did my, what was it, my top 5 least favorite Godzilla movies back in the day, like a year ago, when I said that this movie is basically the same thing as Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. Completely wrong. I don't know why I thought that or said that, because like this one is it's completely different. So I apologize for my stupidity back then. Alright, so this one basically is really sci-fi-ish, and it deals with the humans going up to Planet X, I believe, and the Exilians are there. And what they do is they basically trick the humans into thinking that Ghidorah, which they already know, so there's some good continuity between, you know, the last film and this one, that they're saying that Ghidorah is terrorizing their planet, and they want to use the humans, they want to use the human monsters, so they want to use Godzilla and Rodan. Now, where Mothra is, I have no idea. They never explain what happened to Mothra, so I don't know. So yeah, but basically the humans, for some reason, they go along with the whole thing, and they give the monsters to the Exilians, and they take them and they bring it up to the moon, which this is really cool, because this is the first time we get to see Godzilla fight in an area that's not on Earth or in Japan or anything like that. This is like a completely new environment, and they're basically on the surface of Planet X, and it's just so cool, this battle like between Ghidorah and Rodan and Godzilla. So they have like their little fight there, and obviously they end up, you know, having Ghidorah run away. And this obviously, you know, gets into the most, probably the first what the fuck moment in the Godzilla movies, where Godzilla does like this dance thing. He's just like rah, rah. It's just completely random, out of nowhere. And it just happens. The thing that I would want to talk about is also like when the humans go back to Earth, and you know the camera's like on Godzilla and Rodan, and they're leaving. There's like sad music that's playing, and Godzilla and Rodan are just looking up, going, "Why are you guys leaving us? Where are you going?" I just thought that was hilarious, but also sad in a way. So, anyways, but the Exilians promised that if we give them the monsters, that they would give us this magical medicine that could cure all diseases, cancer, all that stuff. Little did we know that we got duped. They have our monsters, and what happened is that basically when the humans open the thing, it's a tape recorder, and basically it says, you guys will now become a colony of Planet X, and stuff like that. And so the rest of the film from there is kind of cool. It's like very tense, and a lot of like, you know, high stakes are there, because everyone's like, you know, going, "Oh my God, what are we gonna do?" Some people are saying, "Yeah, let's just go with it, you know, so we can just create peace between Earth and Planet X." But then also, other people are saying, "No, we shouldn't. Let's not do that." And what's really cool is that there's an American actor in this film, and I believe his name is Nick Adams. I might be wrong, I'm sorry if I am, but I believe it's him. And what's really cool is that he actually speaks English. Like, there's no dubbing for him. Like, so he actually speaks English, and it's just cool to see that in a Japanese film, how they, you know, can do that. So yeah, so basically the rest of the film, they figure out what the weakness is for the Exilians. They find out that high of intensity sound, or high frequency sound, messes with them. And what's really annoying though is that when they figure this out, the sound is so annoying that it actually annoys me. So like when I'm watching this part, I'm just like, oh my God, my ears. But yeah, it takes care of them. So what they do is they try to amplify it to this, like, you know, to the maser cannons or whatever, like some, you know, big guns. So that then what they do is they aim it at the UFOs, they shoot at the UFOs, and then what happens is Godzilla and Rodan, they stop being brainwashed and controlled, and then they go back into their normal selves. And what I love is the part where when they stop being brainwashed, they fall down and they're just kind of like trembling. And then when Godzilla finally figures out like where he is, I just love his eye movements, how he's just like, wait, what's going on? And then he gets up, and then Rodan's pretty funny too. Godzilla gets up, his tail whacks Rodan in the face, and then Rodan wakes up, and then they have their fight between, you know, Ghidorah. It's kind of a short battle. It's not really spectacular. It's kind of a little bit what we saw in Ghidorah the three-headed monster, but it's just a little bit, I think it's because Mothra's not in there, so we're just, you know, missing, it just feels like we're missing a monster there. But yeah, so they end up, you know, winning, and they end up blowing up all the Exilian ships, and it's just pretty cool. So, but I mean, overall, it's, you know, it's not my favorite. The first half of the movie is definitely long, and it can get a little bit boring. The music's really good, though. I believe it's still Akira Ifukube doing this. I mean, because I believe, I mean, Akira Ifukube he did so many of the Showa films. I mean, he was based, I mean, like we all know, he is the father of, you know, the monster movie scores. But there are a few Showa movies that it is a different composer. I just forget which ones. But yeah, I mean, all in all, it's really good. The, you know, special effects look great. Godzilla's suit is definitely different from the 64 suit, so it's really different. This was 1965, and the American was 1970, so that's kind of interesting how the States didn't even get this film until the 70s. So yeah, but sorry that this review's kind of scrambled. My mind right now is a little bit bleh. I'm dealing with a lot of school shit right now, and like college and whatnot, so sorry that this review was a little bit scrambled. I probably forgot so many things to talk about. It's just earlier today I've been having to deal with so much shit, but I knew I need to get this video out to continue with the days because I don't want to get behind. So so thank you guys bearing with me with this review. Sorry if it was really scrambled, but that's what I got for you. So stay tuned for tomorrow for, I believe, Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, also known as Ibra, the Horror of the Deep. And yeah, see you guys then. Stay big, G fans.